What's up? Okay, so I only wash my face once a day in the evening. I don't wash it in the morning whenever I wake up, unless there's like some particular reason that I feel like I need to wash it. This is usually my routine. Things will vary from day to day, and I don't use the same products every single day, but I'm gonna kind of go through what I use for the most part. So I don't have really any issues with acne or anything. My main issue with my skin is I have dry skin. So this is the face wash that I use. It's super cheap. I found certain products that I feel like I could go cheaper with, and then I found certain ones that I feel like pricier is worth it. This is one that, as far as I can tell, I'm no expert, but as far as I can tell, this is perfectly fine for me. So it is a hydrating face cleanser for normal to dry skin, which is what I need. For Christmas, my boyfriend knows I am obsessed with skincare, so he got me this little egg. The brand is Liberex. It's actually super affordable. I looked it up on Amazon because I wanted to know what he was spending on me. I'm a psycho. Looked it up. I like it because it's like super tiny and compact, but you don't want to be like too harsh on your skin in the majority of the time. So most of the time it came with 3 different heads. This is like just soft bristle one, and then this one's going to be a little bit more of an exfoliant with like the rougher head there, but it's still like a soft brush. It's nothing super abrasive. And then there's another one that's like a silicone rubbery one that I usually don't use just because I have like a hand one that's the same thing in the shower. I alternate between this one and the soft one for the most part. Once a week, I will put on this little guy, or in particular before I put on self-tanner. So I exfoliate the day before I self-tan, so that's when I'll use this one in particular. But so I just get the little guy wet, and then I usually wash my face in the shower. If I'm showering, I'm usually like a nighttime shower, not a morning shower. So for the most part, I wash my face at night. But if not, I just do it like this. If I'm in the shower, my face is already wet. If not, I just wet my face a little bit, just so that we're moist, and I just squirt some right on here. And then this is timed, so I just do it for the entire time that's timed. I focus on right in here because this is where I'm the most prone. When my pores are largest, I focus in here, around my nose, and then on my chin, and then I just brush over my cheeks and my forehead lightly. So here we go. And then I just rinse out this little guy. Dry my face. Fresh and clean. I look like a boy. No hair. So that is that. I wash my face, pat it dry. I let it sit for a little bit before I put any product on it, kind of just let it breathe. And then from there, I alternate my products. So I usually don't do the same thing every single night, but I'll show you the different options, different things that I use. Okay, so I have 3 different typical nighttime routines. Number 1 is I use Retin-A, which is a prescribed product. I use it for anti-aging purposes. So I usually do that once every, like either every other day or every 3 days. I just put that on at night, and then I follow up with my moisturizer, which I'll show you guys. So that's option number 1. Okay, so option number 2. This is niacinamide 10%, zinc 1% by The Ordinary. People were recommending this brand to me for a long time. Guys, I've been whining a lot. This quarantine's getting to me. A little parched, okay? People have been recommending this brand to me for a while, and I was like, I don't know. I was like trying to like not spend money on stuff. So I was like, fuck it. I eventually went and get it. I didn't realize how cheap it was. And I was like, all right, this is like super affordable, like whatever. So I bought like a few things from them. If you guys shop at Ulta, you know that Ulta does the spend 15, get 350 off coupons all the time. So I just spent $15 worth, used the coupon, whatever, got 3 things. I was beyond impressed. Very happy with this line, so I ended up buying a bunch more other stuff. But this is one of the first things that I bought. One of my friends recommended it to me. So this is more like if you're having breakouts, it's great for a spot treatment, but because it is a little bit stronger and it's more for that, it literally says mineral blemish formula. They all like tell you what they're for. So high strength vitamin and mineral blemish formula. So I just put this on like every so often if I have blemishes in particular, that's when I use it. I put like more concentrated in that area, but I use it like every 3 nights. I just apply it to my whole face. It is dropper style, which most of the products are, which I love. So I put that on, let it sit, and then I will follow up with a moisturizer. Option number 3, which I'm actually going to do tonight because I haven't done this in a while. So for Christmas, my mom got me The Littles by Drunk Elephant. The same friend that recommended this ordinary product to me recommended Drunk Elephant. So I was like, okay, I guess I'll try it. It's expensive. I do like their stuff, but there are particular products, which I'll talk about, that I think that the cheaper options are better. One product though that I'm obsessed with, it's one of the nighttime ones that I'm going to do tonight. It is TLC Framboos Glycolic Night Serum. So this is, like it says, a night serum. You don't use it during the day because it like degrades or some shit. I don't know. It comes with a pamphlet. It explains everything. But so it's a little pump. I will just use a little squirt. I put it in particular on my problem areas. If I was like really breaking out right now, I would use an extra pump. But my skin has been pretty decent since I haven't really been putting on makeup during this quarantine. So I start in the problem areas and then I rub it throughout. And then I let that sit for a little bit. And then I will follow up with it is the Virgin Marula Luxury Face Oil. Also by Drunk Elephant. This all came in the Littles kit. That is the only Drunk Elephant stuff I've bought. I use 1 to 2 pumps. I usually do like half a pump. This stuff like squirts all over the place, which kind of sucks because it's an expensive brand and I don't want to waste anything. If you are balling on a budget like me, you're always concerned about that. So I do like a half pump for under my eyes, which by the way, with the little pink cap TLC guy, you don't want to put that under your eyes. It says it though in the directions. You don't have to know anything. There's like thorough directions. And then I will usually do the rest of the pump for the rest of my face. If you don't have dry skin, you could probably get away with a lot less, but I do. And I always try to remember my neck and I push in an upward position because we try to defy gravity, my friends, with these wrinkly, saggy necks. So that is tonight's option. I always need a moisturizer because I am a dry ass bitch. So this is my moisturizer of choice. I prefer a super thick feeling cream. Like I want to know that I'm lathered. Like that's how I need to feel. Very, very lathered. So I put this on every morning and every night just because it's like a thick cream and I can feel it and I know that I'm gonna be juicy. So this is what I use. Huge fucking jar. Very cheap. It's like $11 or $13 for the whole fucking jar. It lasts you a lifetime. And then to finish up my nighttime skincare routine, I'm gonna wait till I take out my contacts to do this, which I'm doing later, but I will put this on before bed. It is the Shiseido Full Lash Serum. I haven't been super consistent with it, but when I am, I definitely see results. I put it on my eyelashes and my eyebrows, which I'm honestly probably not going to pull the camera back out tonight, so I'll just show you. It is like a little, like a lip gloss type of thing. So I put it on my lashes first because that's what needs the most help. And then I start at the end of my brows because that is where they also need a lot of help. And then I put the rest throughout, and then you have to wipe it down. It tells you this in the instructions. You have to wipe it down before you put the little applicator back on. And then last but not least, I'll also wait to do this until I have brushed my teeth. But if you have watched my videos before and you actually are a loyal ass bitch, then you know I am obsessed with this product. It also comes in vanilla, maybe one other flavor, but I like the berry. It is Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask, especially if you're dry like me or just in the winter, you live in a dry climate. This is amazing for your lips. So I put that on after I brush my teeth at night. I usually do this like right before bed, but when you're doing it for the tube, you know, you gotta change things up. So that is my nighttime skincare routine. I will pop back on tomorrow morning and show you my morning routine. And then I'll also go over like my favorite products and like things that I do once a week, etc., etc. Okay? And we're back. So I just got in my workout, little at-home workout, and I just hopped in the shower. I didn't wash my face because, as I said, I try to only wash my face once a day, but I make sure to get it wet, and I still like rub it down with water in the shower. If I got super sweaty during my workout, I will sometimes use face wash like just around my hairline because sometimes that's where I get sweaty, especially if I'm not washing my hair. I'll do that. If I'm washing my hair, I just let the shampoo do its job. But yes, get some lighting in here. So I'm going to show you, I usually do a few different options for my face routine like I do for my night care. So I don't always start with a toner. I usually alternate. I'll do like one day with, one day without, or like every 3 days I'll use one. If I've been breaking out, this is what I choose to use. It is Neutrogena Oil-Free Acne Stress Control. It has salicylic acid in it, and if I'm not really breaking out but I just need a little toner action, I use Pixi Glow Tonic. It has glycolic acid in it, so those are the two that we use when we're using toner. I'm not going to use one today. My Pixi one is running low, and since we are in quarantine and no one's seeing my skin anyway, not gonna waste product. So not gonna use those today, but that's what I use when I do. Okay, so I have many products that I alternate through the day. So where do we begin? So I have two main routines that I stick to. I have like a I'm trying to look nice routine, and then I have a I'm just trying to take care of my skin, but I'm like not putting on makeup or anything that day routine. So I will start with the routine that I do whenever I am like trying to put on makeup, look good, whatever it is. So for that, I will start with hyaluronic acid to help with moisturizing and keeping your face hydrated. So I have two. I have the Drunk Elephant Bee Hydra, and then I also have the one by The Ordinary. Surprisingly enough, I like the one by The Ordinary more. That being said, I'm one of those people that I just think that if it is more expensive, it probably works better. So I still have faith in the Bee Hydra, but this is like the perfect travel size. So personally, I have been opting to save this one for whenever I'm traveling and stuff. So I've kind of like been using this every once in a while, but not all the time. So I'm not going to use that today because we're going to save it. But I will start with hyaluronic acid on a day. I put that on almost every day that I feel dry, which is like every day. So I use hyaluronic acid almost every day. So that's what I always start with. So we will put that on now. So I either put it on my face or I just do a little droppy on my hands. And then we rub throughout. And I make sure that I really focus on my dry areas in particular. So I like to start with that because I like to kind of like let the layers, like, I don't like to just like pound things on top. I like to have them like take time to absorb, if that makes sense. So I start with that and then I move on to a product for my eyes. If my bags are really bad that day and super dark, I'm obsessed with this. This is one of those products like you can really see work right away. It's by The Ordinary. It's a caffeine solution. Reduces appearance of eye contour, pigmentation, and of puffiness. This legit works really well. For the most part of quarantine, I've been pretty well rested, so I'm not going to use this today. I'll show you my other under eye options that I go to. So my other two options are the C Tango by Drunk Elephant, or I also have the Ole Henriksen Banana Bright. Can you see that? Yeah. Banana Bright Eye Cream. This is one of those, this is the type of product where I feel like you have to consistently use it to see significant results. Before I got the Drunk Elephant, I got the Ole Henriksen. I also have the one for the face, and I was using it consistently, and I did feel like it was brightening. I've been kind of bad lately about keeping consistent with it, so I feel like these two in general, I don't see like right off the bat, like the Ordinary one, like you're gonna see it right then. These are things that you kind of need to use more consistently. I consider my Drunk Elephant one like my nicer one that I'll use when I'm getting ready to go out. And then the Ole Henriksen is my other go-to. You only need like a tiny, tiny bit for this. So I just apply underneath and I just make sure I just rub it in. And then from there, I, to help like reduce like lymph and like puffiness in my eyes, I start from the outer eye and I apply pressure and I push down and then up in to like the corner of your eye to help reduce any built up lymph or anything in there. And then I also just apply a little bit to the tops to give them some moisturization. So that is that. At that point, my first layer of the B Hydra has sunk in, so then I will apply the next layer of product. A couple of options here. I will either go with, this is Magnesium Ascorbyl Phosphate by The Ordinary, and it's stabilized. It's also a brightening agent. So I have this one, and then I also have the C Firma by Drunk Elephant, or I have the C Rush Brightening Gel by Ole Henriksen. So those are all like my like vitamin C type options. I'll apply one of those. Today, since I did the Ole Henriksen for my under eyes, I'm going to choose that for my entire face. Usually I do save this also for like a day that I'm trying to like look at least a little bit nice. And I'll usually go with the Ordinary one for an average day just because of price, not because I notice a significant difference with any of them. But Ole Henriksen and Drunk Elephant are far more expensive than the Ordinary. So we have to save them because we are balling on a budget, friends. All right, that is that. Then from there, we get moisturized additionally, because, you know, we can never be too moisturized. So we have a few different options here. If I haven't worked out yet in the day in particular, or something like that, like I know that I'm going to do like a full skincare routine before I put my makeup on later, I always reach for one of these just because they are a more affordable option. They're both by The Ordinary. One is just plant-derived squalane, and then the other one is virgin marula oil. I actually also use both of these for my hair. I have super dry hair. The marula oil in particular, I love that for my hair. But I will go to one of those. Because I already put like cream-based things on, I usually will do these before the vitamin C. I kind of messed up, so pretend that was before there. I'll put on the oily ones. Not oily, but like the liquid ones first, the serums, shall we call them, and then the lotiony ones. So that's what I would normally do. Because I messed that up, I'm just not gonna put these on today. My other moisturizing option whenever I'm like trying to like look nice, or if I just notice in general that my skin has been lacking like hydration and plump and puffiness lately, I will go to the Proteini Polypeptide Cream by Drunk Elephant. I love this. There's a few products that I think once my littles run out, I'm going to restock on and spend the money on, and this is one of them, along with that TLC thing that I did last night. So this is another one that's nice too, because you do only need to do a little tiny bit. If I was blowing out a budget for the day and like didn't feel like wasting my expensive products and I wanted to still look nice, and I wanted to still moisturize a little extra, I would go back to the CeraVe cream that I showed you guys for last night's routine. When I do my makeup, I also use these sprays. These are things that I got whenever I like first got into skincare, and I'm like still obsessed with them. I don't know if they like really do anything. They're like $7 a bottle. I don't know, but they like make my skin feel good whenever I initially missed them, so I continue to use them. But like I said, I only use them when I use makeup. I'm clearly really bad at this because I also would have put these on before creams. So one is the Hydrate. I have them at TJ Maxx by Valgene Labs. It has hyaluronic acid and B5. And then this is Glow, which has vitamin C and magnesium, which some of my other products do have, but I just like these in the misting form. They just like feel like, maybe I'll add that sound effect. We'll see. And last, but most definitely not least, we top off with an SPF. If you have no skincare routine, the least you can do for yourself is an SPF. I even bought one for my boyfriend, so if you guys are not looking to spend a ton of money, but you just want something, CeraVe makes one that I got for Kevin. I even steal this sometimes too. Make sure it is broad spectrum. You need broad spectrum, and at least SPF 30 every single day, you guys. Even if you think, I don't go outside that much, even whenever you're in your car driving to work, wear it. It will prevent the wrinkles and the discoloration. You need it. My all-time favorite one is Umbra Tint. The Physically Daily Defense by Drunk Elephant. I am obsessed with it. Because it actually gives you a good tint and like a nice glowy look. But it is tiny, so we gonna save it. We ain't gonna do it today. This is the first one this is like the first expensive product that I bought. I went to get like a facial, I got microdermabrasion done one time, and this was like the cheapest product that they had. So I bought it because I was like, oh, I bought expensive product. It was still $40. It's lasted me forever, so it's fine. But it is a SPF 40, and it is tinted. It's broad spectrum, water resistant for 80 minutes. Good things. Did I show it? So that is what I'm going to put on today, and you need to get the whole face. So even though this one is tinted, I feel like it doesn't give like a super significant tint. So if you're looking for one that is going to give a significant tint, I would reach for the Drunk Elephant one. Expensive, but highly recommended. So if I'm ever going out without makeup on, that's usually one that I'll reach for, because like I said, it does give you a little bit more, kind of like a coverage in a sense. And normally I will top my eyelashes with the Shiseido once again, and my eyebrows, and a little lip action if we need it. So that is all of my like daily type of skincare stuff that I go through. Now I'm going to show you guys my once in a while things. So we have one of these rollers. I don't know what stone this is. As far as all of that, I don't really pay attention to any of that. The main reason I went with a roller is because it helps reduce some of like the lymphatic buildup and stuff like that you could potentially have in your face. I would be totally cool with doing this every night. Like there's no cons to doing it every night. I just personally am lazy sometimes, so that's why it doesn't happen every night. But I start with the large side, and you want to roll in an upward motion. So I just roll everything upward. And then flip to the small side. I like to do that once I have my product on because it kind of helps press the product into your skin, and it's just going to help with like elasticity, lymph, all of that jazz. So at least 3 times a week I recommend this. If you remember to do it every night, do it every night. Oh, hey. It is something that I would normally do at night just because I normally don't have the time to do this during the day. Usually if I'm like putting on skincare stuff, I'm getting ready to leave the house or whatever it is. So I recommend it at night, but do what works for you and your schedule. But I didn't show you guys last night with my skincare routine because I wanted to put it together with like the sometimes things. So that is that. The next thing I also do, I'm not going to show you how I do it because I already have all my products on and I don't really need to do it right now. But this is like a little eyebrow trimmer. I think I have the package for all of them. I'll show you. So I just ordered them on Amazon. I got ones, they're called Tinkle eyebrow razors. I got a 6-piece set of them for like $4 or something ridiculously cheap. So then once they're dull, you can just throw them out. But you just take off the little cap and you just like shave your entire face with it. It just gets rid of like some of the peach fuzz and like potentially some of the dead skin that's like sitting on top. And the first time you do it, your skin is going to just look so much different. I kind of like to like space it out just so I can see more of a significant difference. So I'll do this like every other week or like in particular, like before I have like a particular event coming up or like before I'm going to self-tan, things like that when I'm like exfoliating. Next, I'm going to show you I've actually been using it to hold my camera at a higher height. These. So I went and got a free facial like a month ago or something. I like got a coupon for something. It was like a free facial. And the lady recommended a grapefruit peel for like a, because whenever you exfoliate, you want to do more of a chemical exfoliant instead of a physical one. So you don't want to use like those scrubby face lotions or face washes. Like I used to use those in the beginning. I didn't know any better. So you don't want to use anything that's like going to be super harsh on your face. Instead, you want to do a chemical one. So she recommended a grapefruit one. I was looking for like Googling like grapefruit, like just like face peels to do at home, like all over the place. Couldn't find anything. And I found this at Ulta. I love them. So the brand is that thing. It's like Yes to Tomatoes. This is Yes to Grapefruit. It's brightening for dull and uneven skin, glow boosting exfoliating acid pads. So it was like $10, maybe $15, I don't know. And there's only 15 of them in here, I think. I know, 12. So I only use them once a week. I honestly haven't been using them since quarantine, since it doesn't really matter what my skin looks like right now. But once a week, I'll show you what they look like. All right, I'm not going to pull one out because I don't want to get it dirty, but you can see there's like a little finger hole in the pad. So you just grab one out, you put your fingers in there, and then I just wipe throughout my face. They smell amazing, and your skin just feels so good afterwards, promise you. I used to be really religious with doing a face mask like once a week. I've fallen off from that, but the 2 that I got that I really liked so far, they're that Formula 10.0.6 brand. They sell them at Ulta. They're pretty affordable, and I like them because you can just get a whole bottle of it. You're not buying like one sheet mask every time or one like whatever. So the 2 that I got a brightening one because that's like one thing that I feel like my skin struggles with. So I got a brightening one. This one has papaya and citrus, and it's a peel mask. So I'll do that like when I feel like my skin's looking dull. And then whenever I feel like I'm breaking out or like I have just some pores that need cleaned out, I will use the Skin Clarifying Mud Mask. I'm a huge fan of them both, and they're super affordable. I'm sure there's like better face masks out there, but if you're looking for an affordable mask, these are amazing options. And last but not least, super basic, but one thing that I never really did before I kind of got into skincare was I would either just use a makeup wipe or just wash my face. But one thing I've started getting into is when I'm taking off my makeup, I use a makeup wipe first. I just buy the Target brand that are like the knockoff Neutrogena ones. I've tried a couple of different ones. The natural ones, I like feel better when I'm using them, but they don't stay moist as long, which kind of sucks. So I'm still like experimenting with different brands. This was just, I was at Target and I was out of makeup wipes, so that's how that happens. But I usually search at like TJ Maxx for like different brands to try. Maybe that's why they're dried out because I'm getting them from there. I don't know. Comment below. Let me know if you guys have experienced this at all. But I've started doing a makeup wipe and then washing my face to take off my makeup. And it's so much better because I feel like you get like the layer of shit and gunk off and then you can like truly clean your pores. It's just much better. I was always like so cheap and I was like, I don't want to waste face wash and a makeup wipe. Like, bitch, you paid $3 for each of these. Get over it. So that's one thing that I've been adding in that could be a great first step. Obviously, if you're just getting into skincare, I don't expect anybody to run out and like buy all this shit or whatever it is. And I don't even know all of everything, but that is what I do. I'm learning as I go. I look like an Amish lady. What is there to do about this? Okay. That's what my current routine is. It's way better than what I showed you guys 2 years ago whenever I first got into skincare. So we're learning and I will continue to share with you guys as I learn more and try new products. Like I said, I try to share some of the affordable stuff and then maybe some of the pricier stuff. You can I'm learning as I go what to splurge on and what to just keep getting the cheaper options, like what works fine at a lower price. I highly recommend trying The Ordinary brand and Drunk Elephant, low-end and high-end brands, but huge fan. And yeah, that is all I have for now. I hope that was helpful. I hope you guys liked it. Please, please, please give this video a thumbs up if you did. Comment below any questions or any product suggestions. Always open to those. Any questions that you had about any of the products that I use. And as always, don't forget to subscribe. Bye, guys.